Thank you very much, Mark, Joanne, Mike, and first, this is a great day to celebrate. I've learned in speaking at several of these that short is better, so I will break the usual Senate tradition, but I would say, Mark, it seems like we've been working on this a long time. I think I've been working on it a long time. I've only been up there 24 years, but it's been almost all that length of time we've been working on it. And first, our special kudos and thanks to you, to Tom, and your people in both districts that have been involved. MoDOT's been tremendous to work with. They have been tireless. When we were working on the highway bill, we had a separate desk for Jay in our office because when I went up there, we were getting 76 cents back on every dollar we sent to Washington. And I said, that ain't right. And I don't like to be shortchanged. And working with Joanne, when we got the last bill done, safety, we are now getting a few pennies over $1 back for every dollar we send up. So I've quit saying nasty things about those donee states that get more than they put in. But this is going to be a tremendous avenue for commerce, for transportation, for tourism, for safety. I learned back when I was governor that communities grow when they have good transportation. That is one of the key factors on seeing a community grow and provide economic opportunity. And this provides that economic opportunity. We see opportunities growing all along this particular corridor. But along with having good transportation, one of the critical issues is local community leadership. And former mayor and councilman and all of the citizens of Poplar Bluff who've worked so long and hard, thank you. This is your victory. You're the one who carried the message. You're the one who said it was needed. I've been around this game long enough to know that Washington doesn't know best. The people who know best are the people who live here and help us identify what their needs are and let us go to work on them. And I have to say that it has been a real pleasure to work with somebody who has really delivered for Southeast Missouri on the House side of the Capitol. She has been a tremendous champion. And when it seemed that they'd be flagging and the need to get roads or ports or other economic development opportunities or social needs for Southeast Missouri, she's been unrelenting. And Joanne, it has been a great privilege and a pleasure to work with you in Washington, and we look forward to seeing your continued service up there because we know that Southeast Missouri has no better champion than Joanne. But to all of you who've worked so long, so hard, congratulations on seeing this project come to reality. Best wishes for taking care of and taking advantage of all the benefits it provides. I wish you great luck and good wishes. When I'm out of the Senate, I may have a little more time to come down here, enjoy some barbecue, throat rolls, and some good fishing, and I'll look forward to seeing you, but I'll look forward to traveling on lot safer highways. Thank you, and good wishes.
Thank you, Senator. And there was a wise man that once told me one time, in fact, he's in the audience right now, and that's Lloyd Smith. He said, you know, when they say it's not about the money, it's about the money. And I've used this phrase a couple times, and no one's told me to stop, so I'm going to use it one more time this afternoon. We are fortunate to be represented by the dynamic duo. And they know it's about the money, and they bring it home. We have a great advocate for U.S. Highway 60. She's been unrelentless. She's been tenacious. She's been a good listener, and then she's taken that to Washington and helped us out. And that's what an advocate is, and that's what they do. And it takes a great heart and passion for a project in order to be a great advocate. And that's our very own United States Representative Joanne Emerson.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hey, y'all, because Kit's going to be leaving the Senate come the beginning of January, I think that we all know that without Kit, Highway 60 wouldn't have happened. A lot of things would not have happened in Southeast Missouri. We're going to miss you tremendously, Kit, and we all thank you for your tremendous service and commitment to Southeast Missouri. Well, y'all, it all began here. 1981, I remember Bill Emerson complaining about how long it took to drive all the way over Springfield. And he said, you know, we deserve, just like St. Louis and just like Kansas City and just like other parts of the state, we deserve to have a 4-lane highway across southern Missouri. Too many people were getting killed. Too many opportunities were lost because we didn't have a good transportation route from Sikeston over to Springfield to get our product to market. And so it began with him, and it was a privilege for me to take up the fight after he passed away. And I will never forget, and I will tell this story now. I have not told this story all day. But when Lloyd and I had a meeting with the then head of MoDOT, unfortunately none of you all are involved, he looked at me and said, Joanne, we're not having a 4-lane highway across southern Missouri. We're going to have a Super 2. And needless to say, he lost and we won. And I'll never forget, as we tried to figure out, all right, what was the best strategy? It was to start in the middle because, you know, I'm a big baseball fan that I am. I love the movie Field of Dreams. And the saying that we all remember from that movie is, if you build it, they will come. And so we chose the most dangerous area, which of course was the most important part to start first because of traffic fatalities. And we started between the 21s, and then suddenly came from the west, we went east, and it's all history now. It's because of the great job that Tom Stain and his predecessor Royce Fugate from West Plains started on the west side, what Mark Shelton and Scott Meyer before him started on the east side, and they and all of you who are part of the MoDOT team, you all have been magnificent. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for believing in our dream and making it happen. Kit Bond, obviously, was a critical part of the puzzle. And I also think of Mike Marshall, and Ed Dust actually was living in Poplar Bluff at the time, so you actually belonged to two meetings back, Ed, at least at the beginning. But every single one, Jerry Pullen, every single one of you all here today was part of the original team who had the vision, along with the community leaders all the way to Willow Springs, who had the vision that with the 4-laning of Highway 60 would come the economic development opportunities that would provide for our children and our grandchildren. And I have absolutely no doubt that that will happen. Thanks to all of you. You had the vision, we had resources, and we all worked as a great team together to make this happen. And I also want to take a moment to thank all of the men and a few women who worked on building Highway 60. You know, there are a lot of people who are responsible for working in the worst of weather and the hottest of weather. There are some people who don't think that those jobs are important, who think, well, you know, a construction job, it's only temporary. But the fact of the matter is, people who work construction go from job to job to job, and they do a tremendous job and make all of this possible. And for all of them, I thank you, and I know that we all appreciate their fine work. And last, I want to thank Scott Williams, the pastor from over in Howell County, who let me have my first motorcycle ride on Highway 60 from Dexter to Sikeston. It was really, and to tell you the truth, it was as smooth as silk. And that's a tribute to the engineering and the construction work that went into making Highway 60. But you all, thank you so very much for making this dream come true, something that I have just hoped for the entire time that I've been in the Congress. And the person who has been at our side from day one, who I'm now happy to say actually has an opportunity to help us even more as the co-chair of the Delta Regional Authority, is our former mayor here in Sikeston, Mike Marshall, who has been seriously with us from the very beginning with that vision and desire to grow our economy and to make opportunities available for all. So, Mike, I'm pleased to introduce you. I'm pleased to be your partner in crime.
We may now all enjoy this beautiful drive across southern Missouri, from the Mississippi Delta here in the Boot Heel over to the hills and the Ozarks. Of course, we want to again thank Senator Bond. You will be missed. You're a driving force for this project and the many other projects down here in the Boot Heel, and you will be missed, I assure you. Congressman Emerson is a good friend of mine, and she's also was very powerful and important in getting this project through. Her saying is she puts people before politics, and that's a fact. They talked about vision. There's three people that I wanted to mention that had the vision beginning for this. Jerry Pullen, our mayor. I saw Jerry earlier today, had a little accident out on the other interstate, but anyway, Jerry Pullen, Blair Moran, and Josh Bill. They had the vision to get this project started. But we must complete the mission. Today we celebrate a 4-lane from Sikeston to the west. We need to complete a 4-lane to the east. We're never satisfied. You all have heard my dream of a bridge. And some of the guys at MoDOT are tired of hearing about my dream of a bridge. I think they think it more of a nightmare. But anyway, we still have a hope for a bridge in the future, but that's a while off. So I've got another dream. That's a dream of a 4-lane connecting highway that would connect Interstate 57 to Interstate 24. It's about a 25-mile stretch. That would truly give us a complete east-west corridor. So, Senator, you got about 4 months to work on that project. Okay. But anyway, with that completion of a 4-lane east-west and Interstate 55 north-south, that puts Sikeston where we need to be in transportation. You all are invited, Senator and Congressman. You're invited out to the rodeo tonight if you'd like to come. I'm sure we could find a horse or a bull that you all could ride.
She's been riding everything.
Yeah, Joanne may do that. But anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mike. That concludes the speaking portion of our program. What we want to do is we're going to walk down and cut the ribbon, and then after we cut the ribbon, we'd like for everybody to pause for just a moment, and we'll retire the colors after we cut the ribbon.